Hello, everyone. Tonight is the night where the esteemed women of Michigan are being honored here at the Marriott Centerpoint in Pontiac, and we are on location covering this wonderful event, honoring some extraordinary women who do extraordinary things in Michigan. And one of our honorees is Miss Sandra O'Brien, a dear friend and someone that I'm very proud of. So, Sandra, tell us about your experience with the Esteemed Women of Michigan, who is actually sponsored by the Gary Burnstein Clinic, which is a free clinic, phenomenal initiative. So tell us about that and your nomination as an Esteemed Woman of Michigan.
Thank you, and congratulations to you too.
Thank you.
So it is wonderful to be recognized in the company of some really extraordinary women, yourself included, Siham. So I'm very proud of you as well. As you mentioned, the Gary Burnstein Clinic is an amazing clinic, the largest free clinic in the state of Michigan, helping women and families in the area, Pontiac area and beyond. And this is a wonderful fundraiser for them. My connection is through a former law client, Kathy White, and she was the one who nominated me. And she's a very dynamic woman, a philanthropist from Rochester Hills, and she had told me about how she does work for the Burnstein Clinic, and told me I needed to get involved, and it was something that was right up my alley. And so the funny thing was that she had said, I'd really love to nominate you for this Esteemed Women award that they give. I was doing some law work for her over the last year. She's been a legal client of mine for probably 8-9 years, and she said, I need you to send me a bio, and I'd really love it. And I never did. I thought, I'm not gonna.
That's the same story I have.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. So I didn't send her a bio. I didn't even send her my picture, and she did it on her own. Then she said, okay, well, if you're not gonna send it to her, I'm just gonna put it in myself. Which is what she did, and she's just it's women like that, your sponsor as well, just who help lift up others, and then it's like we do, lifting up the next generation, for both of us as well. And this is what this is all about: women supporting women. Our sponsors, our women sponsors, think enough of us, and then we do the same with the next generation down.
It's lift as you climb, I guess, and that's what it's about. It's about knowing the talent from other people and being able to focus in on that and giving them their due. And Sandra, I've known you for a long time. You are an extraordinary woman. You do some extraordinary things. I've been at your home with things that you've done as fundraisers, helping other individuals, and very well deserved this evening. So I want to congratulate you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm just honored to be in your company and the company of the other women. So congratulations, and I'm going to give you a hug.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
And we're going to continue our coverage of the Esteemed Women of Michigan here at the Pontiac Marriott, so stay tuned. We are with the one and only Denise Illich, who is also being honored as an Esteemed Woman of Michigan, and very, very, very well deserved. I think she's sort of our ringleader this evening, and we're all so happy to be here covering this event. Denise, congratulations on this award and many other awards. You are such an icon within our communities and Michigan, and you had a little exchange with my husband earlier, but you are always on point, and you're the voice of reason, basically, and in a world where common sense is not that common, you bring that to the table, so we really appreciate you.
Congratulations to you as well, and another esteemed woman. I'm proud to be in your company.
Thank you, as I am in yours. Tell us about the Gary Burnstein Clinic and your association with it, and your thoughts about this evening.
Well, I met Ian Burnstein about a year ago, and I enjoyed him so much, and then learned about the clinic and was so impressed with the clinic. I just took a tour not too long ago, and just it was so heartwarming to see all of the people that the clinic helps, but how amazingly clean it is and how they service the community. I was particularly impressed with the pharmacy as well. It's statistically the insulin that they provide to people that are uninsured is just remarkable, and I'm so proud to be associated with such a good clinic that helps the community.
And I think what makes it stand apart is it is doing it with dignity.
Yes. Yes, very much so. I mean, Ian talked about the patients, but with dignity, and everyone is treated with respect, and there isn't any discussion of being less than, and that really struck me.
And it's state-of-the-art equipment, so you can tell there's a lot of heart being put into that.
Yes, I mean, I think that we're so fortunate that there are people that are so generous from a financial standpoint, but then also an emotional standpoint and time with all of the doctors and nurses and all of the volunteers that donate their time to help people that are uninsured.
Well, congratulations to you. God bless you. And thank you for all you do and being our voice.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Ebony Guyton, congratulations on being recognized tonight. It's quite an honor to be among some amazing women. And you were just talking to us about the work that you do. It's called Brilliance Detroit, and you were the director and still working with them. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Brilliant is a nonprofit. They utilize or renovate housing in the city of Detroit to transform them into community centers so that families can have resources that they need to be healthy, stable, ready for kindergarten, and also on track for reading at a third grade level. So right now they're spread out throughout the city in about seven of the districts throughout the city, and they offer tons of programming in health and education, like tutoring, cooking classes, play and learns, a number of different services, and it just really supports the Detroiters and their families to make sure that they're successful.
Oh, that's fabulous. That sounds like a really wonderful initiative. What are you doing now?
So right now I am working as a public health practitioner for the state of Michigan, working on a women's health project for women who are 40 to 64 uninsured to make sure that they have access to services to prevent them from getting strokes, cardiovascular disease, and that's what I'm doing.
Well, you sound like you have a full plate, and anything with services in the city of Detroit, especially to help those underserved, is brilliant. So, brilliant services.
This evening's awards will be presented by Dana Burnstein, CEO Emeritus of the Gary Burnstein Community Health Clinic. And let's get to our first honoree. She's enjoyed a long career as a radio personality and Emmy Award-winning news anchor. Her reporting has won numerous awards. Today she's the host of Michigan Radio's Stateside. Please join us in congratulating my friend and colleague, Cynthia Canty.
I just have to say thank you, and I'm so glad to have discovered this amazing gem of a clinic. I'm already thinking of stories that we could be doing about Gary Burnstein Clinic, and this work I couldn't even express how much it's moved me, and I've been thinking about it constantly since I toured the clinic, and so I'm glad to have become part of the family, and you haven't seen the last of me.
With her Esteemed Women of Michigan Award in gratitude for the incredible gift she gave her. Congratulations to Chrissy Cooper on your award.
First of all, thank you to the Gary Burnstein Clinic for all of the work that you did. For any of you who have never had a chance to tour the clinic, it's exceptional what they do and how much health care they give to so many that are in need. So thank you for all you do. And for any plug, if anyone knows Molly, I'm so grateful to have had the experience to have gone through this. And if you've never thought about being a living donor, do it. They say the recipient is so grateful for feeling so much better. But I feel like my life was saved because I gave her my kidneys. So I'm blessed for this.
As a little aside, outside, Donate for Life is So I gladly take anybody who wants to sign up for organ donation.
Yeah, come in and wave to everybody so they know who to go to. Come on, you two. Just go see those two, they'll sign you right up. Don't take your organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here, so. Now we have Ebony Guyton. She's a public health educator committed to improving health outcomes for Michigan's women and children. She previously worked with Brilliant Detroit, currently works for the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Please join us in congratulating Ebony Guyton. She says thanks. Our next esteemed woman of Michigan is Dr. Stephanie Hartwell. Dr. Hartwell is the Dean of College of Liberal Arts and Sciences at Wayne State University. As a sociologist, her research focus is on vulnerable populations, including formerly incarcerated persons, victims of gun violence, and those with mental illnesses. Please join us in congratulating Dr. Stephanie Hartwell.
Michigan for about a year, but I'm so happy to be in the mighty Michigan. I'm so happy to be working in Detroit. I love the city, and I can't wait to spend some more time in Pontiac. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Michigan. Manala Hashem is our next honoree and has a passion for baking, which she turned into a successful business. Today, she's the proud owner of For the Love of Sugar and spends her days doing what she loves, satisfying the sweet tooth of folks across Metro Detroit. Please join us in congratulating Manala Hashem on her Esteemed Women of Michigan Award.
Thank you for considering me among some amazing women that have done amazing things for the community. I really look forward to being inspired by a lot of these women and what else I can do and being a part of the city of Detroit. Make sure to come in and stop in and check out the bakery. And I'm happy to offer gluten-free and other allergen-friendly items. So, as an inclusive place, that's why I mentioned that. But thank you so much.
A leader in Detroit's business and philanthropic communities with so many roles that utilize her broad skill set. In addition to her numerous businesses, she's currently regent at the University of Michigan and a trustee at the Skillman Foundation and a regular panelist on Michigan Matters. But I asked Denise earlier what she's most proud of. She's most proud of creating childcare at Illich Holdings and also writing reference letters that actually help to get people into the University of Michigan that help to transform lives. Congratulations to Denise.
I just want to thank Dana and Ian for an amazing award. I'm so honored to be with all of you esteemed women. I would just like to say that I'm always struck when I'm in conversations with politics with people that have really strong feelings about people that aren't insured. And there are always people, whenever I look and see someone feeling so strongly about different insurance programs, I always look and I see that they're insured. And it kind of cracks me up. So I went through the clinic and I just was incredibly impressed with it and the good work that it does, and I'm just so proud to be associated with the Burnstein Clinic, so thank you all very much.
The next honoree to receive her award is Siham Jaafar. Siham is president and CEO of 3D Consulting and Communications, passionate about increasing awareness of diversity issues, and the founder and producer of the Images and Perceptions Diversity Conference, in addition to her involvement in numerous other organizations and activities. Please help me in congratulating Siham on this, her most recent award.
I am more than honored to be part of these esteemed women standing here who have done so many amazing things for Michigan and for Detroit. But I'm doubly honored to have gotten to know Dana and the Burnstein Clinic. It is really service with integrity, and that is
beyond amazing for anyone walking into that clinic. It's heartfelt, and it is done with such emotion, with such commitment. And as you've seen Justin almost come to tears, he did the same thing when we went through the clinic, and seeing the passion that these people have for the service of others. So I am so honored to just be associated with them. Thank you.
Next, we want to recognize Lori Country, who was a teacher at Bloomfield Hills Middle School for 36 years. Yeah, pretty impressive. After her husband's early Alzheimer's disease diagnosis, Lori became a caregiver and a passionate advocate and fundraiser through the Alzheimer's Association, and now champions the cause through her work with David's Dream Team. Please join me in congratulating Lori on this well-deserved honor.
I would just like to say thank you so much. I feel so honored to be part of this group. And I just want to say that my family and I will continue to fight this fight against Alzheimer's disease. And David's Dream Team will continue till we find a cure and we find the first survivor. Thank you.
Our next honoree, Sandra O'Brien, passionate public servant, currently serving on Wayne State University's Board of Governors. She's also an attorney who utilizes her skills to advocate for equitable education and diversity. Please help us congratulate Sandra O'Brien as Women of Michigan honoree.
Thank you so much. I want to thank the Burnstein Clinic, their leadership, the board, their volunteers, and their employees. I also wanted to thank a couple of one of my favorite attorneys, Gary Kendra, who did the very good deed of introducing me to a very dynamic, extraordinary woman, Kathy White, who is over at our table. I want to thank my family, my children who are here, my husband Mary, and all of you for coming this evening and supporting this very worthy cause. Thank you so much.
Our next honoree is Lipsa Shed. After many successful years working at media companies, Lipsa decided to try her hand at building her own media website. She's the driving force behind Indian Scene, a digital publication offering resources to the Indian community. She's involved in so many causes and activities that help build a stronger community. Please join us in congratulating Lipsa Sheep as an Esteemed Woman of Michigan honoree.
I also want to thank the clinic for this really prestigious honor. It's my first award ever, so I'm really delighted to be able to share this with all of you. I don't know what I'm doing in the company with such wonderful, esteemed women, but I have to also tell you that when I went to the clinic the first time, I was very surprised. I'm not sure what I pictured, but it is mind-blowing, the work that they're doing there. So each of you, again, I urge you to take a tour of the clinic and spread the word of what they're doing. And I feel that they are really the people we should be honoring tonight. I'm happy and very privileged to be here, but the work that they're doing, they really should be the ones that we're honoring tonight. Thank you.
Our next honoree, Michelle Smither. After searching for options, go ahead. After searching for options to help her daughter transition from childhood to a meaningful life as an adult with Down syndrome, Michelle founded Dutton Farms. They give adults with disabilities options to use their skills and enjoy engaging work as part of the community. In addition to her work with Dutton Farm, she's a mother to 14 children. Please join us in congratulating Michelle on just that.
It's very inspiring to be around all these women who are just getting things done. I love that. And I went to the clinic myself, and it's beautiful and it's such a great work. So I'm very honored to be honored. Thank you so much.
what's the secret to 14 children? Just don't think.
Next, we want to recognize Nancy Sobin. She's the executive director of Wish Upon a Teen. They decorate hospital rooms and provide activities for children dealing with serious health issues. Nancy knows firsthand the value this work has on children after her own daughter's hospital room received a Wish Upon a Teen makeover. She's the mother to 9 children. Please share in our congratulations to Nancy Sobin.
To say, moms, big families rock. It goes to say that, you make your mess your message. 7 years ago, my daughter was very sick. She had a bone marrow transplant, and Wish Upon a Teen did come in and design her room, and so I decided I'm going to get involved. And most of us moms with kids with special needs or kids that are sick, we give back because that's what we do. And so I'm so honored. For the past 5 years, I've been the executive director, and we have designed over 3,000 hospital rooms for teenagers across the country. And when I walked in the clinic, I'm sorry, I'm going to yell. I'm always yelling at my kids. When I walked in the Burnstein clinic in May, I was taken back by how beautiful it was. And I know a lot of our families in my program will be able to use this wonderful clinic, and I did not know about it, which is just awful, but it's amazing at the same time that now I know about this clinic, and I'll be sharing these resources with my family. But on behalf of Wish Upon a Teen and myself and my 9 kids and my husband, thank you very much.
Our next honoree, Beth Talbert, Chief Undergraduate Advisor in the Communications Program at Oakland University, where she created and directed the Women's Leadership Institute. In addition to her teaching career, she's held many positions with various organizations in the community. Please join us in congratulating Beth on this award.
I have to start by saying I only have 2 daughters and they're grown and I'm exhausted. You go. It's just a privilege to be here. In my work at Oakland, I teach all students, but in particular, I have a class on women in leadership, and I am just a big believer in women elevating other women and supporting them. And this event not only showcases that with such a rich example, but it also represents the Burnstein Clinic, of which I am ashamed I had no awareness of. And the work that they do is necessary, and it's also inspirational. And thank you. It's truly a privilege to be selected as one of these women.
Congratulations, Beth. Our next honoree is Dr. Haley Thompson. Dr. Thompson is a professor of oncology at Wayne State University School of Medicine. Her involvement in advocacy, organizations, research, and efforts to advance the field of cancer research is truly extensive. She's worked tirelessly to reduce cancer disparities among minority populations. Please join us in congratulating Dr. Thompson on this, her most recent honor.
Thank you so much for this honor, and I really just want to echo what's been said before. I'd like to just extend my gratitude to the staff and volunteers of the Burnstein Clinic to support folks who otherwise would not have access to high-quality health care. Thank you.
Next, we're going to recognize Sue Upton. Her passion lies in supporting her community. A member of numerous organizations, including the Rochester Women's Fund, where she serves as president, and the Rochester Junior Women's Club. Professionally, she helps manage her family-owned business, Dillman and Upton. Please join us in congratulating Sue on this award.
Thank you all so much. I'm so honored to be up here amongst this wonderful group of women. And the Burnstein Clinic has done such wonderful things for the community. I had my first tour there last year, and I was just overwhelmed by how beautiful the facility was and what it had to offer people. So thank you very much.
Our next honoree is Dr. Carolyn Way. Dr. Ray is a dentist with a love for volunteering and helping others, and it's taken her around the world into some of the toughest circumstances you could ever imagine. Eventually, that desire to help others brought her to the Gary Burnstein Clinic. She treats patients who have no other options for care. So please help us congratulate Dr. Way and thank her for all she does on behalf of the Gary Burnstein Clinic, its patients, and Dr. Way is receiving the Lucy Hobbs Award. It's sponsored by Benco Dental and will be presented by Teresa Liddell.
Thank you so much. I just want to say, if any of you have a talent that you could give away, please do it. It's the best thing you could do. Help others, whatever your talent is. Thank you. Pass.
She loves you, baby. So this next one teaches you it's not what happens to you in life, it's how you respond to it. We're going to recognize our Woman of the Decade, Alicia Stillman. Honored as an esteemed woman back in the class of 2016. But her inspiring story of resilience and perseverance continues to inspire us all. After the tragic loss of her daughter Emily to meningitis, Alicia co-founded the Emily Stillman Foundation. Today, the foundation has impacted the lives of thousands of individuals because of Alicia's tireless advocacy and education about vaccines, prevention, and organ donation across the country and around the world. At home, she continues to work to vaccinate and educate her own community and supports the vaccine program at the Gary Burnstein Community Health Clinic. Please join us in congratulating our Woman of the Decade for her extraordinary achievements.
I wrote a speech. I'm entitled. First of all, I accept the Woman of the Decade Award with the most intense gratitude and the deepest appreciation. For me, this is a bittersweet, every recognition I get is bittersweet. I had to, in order to live the life I'm living, I made the ultimate sacrifice. I lost my daughter. My life before was completely different than it is now. I was a wife, a mother, I had a great career, I was busy all the time, but I was a backroom person. And one morning, I got a phone call, the one we all dread, and my life was shattered. My work originally started because I made a promise to my daughter as I said goodbye. And I told her I would figure out what happened because I didn't understand at the time. And so when I got myself out of bed, I started to figure out what had happened. And it grew, and it grew. And the term comes to me, it's a term in Judaism called hineni. It means, here I am, I'm here. And that's what I said every day. I know that nothing I do in my work will ever bring my Emily back. But one thing I've learned, there are millions of other Emilys out there. There are millions of Emilys that can't get the vaccine to protect their life, like my Emily. There are millions of Emilys that are waiting for organ transplants. There are millions of Emilys that don't have adequate health care. They don't have access to the things they need. And those Emilys, I can help. So, to all the young people in the community that look to how they're going to react when faced with adversity, when things don't go their way, and when the life that they picture isn't the life that they're living, I say to them, hineni, I'm here. And I want to also, before I close, acknowledge that from day one, there have been rocks all around me. And those rocks are sitting at those tables over there. My husband, my mom and dad, my mother-in-law, and my 2 living children who are not here, but they're my rocks too. And a group of phenomenal, phenomenal friends. And I'm going to leave you with a quote from Helen Keller. And you all know who Helen Keller was, but you may not realize what caused her disability. It was meningitis, the same hideous disease that took my daughter from me. There will never be another now, so I'll make the most of today. There will never be another me. I'll make the most of myself. And so I would say to Helen Keller and to all of you and to Dana and Ian and all of you at the Burnstein Clinic, Hineni, I am here.
I just have to say, I speak a lot about courage to organizations, and the women up here are so incredibly courageous, which is why we're applauding all of you tonight. And courage is not the absence of fear. You have all had fear along the way. It's feeling that fear and acting anyway. So congratulations to all of you for that kind of courage.
So right now, we've just completed the events for the evening. The wonderful women got their awards, and we are with one of our awardees, Manal Hassan, who owns a bakery and is in downtown Detroit and part of that revitalization process. Manal, congratulations on your...
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Tell us about what you do.
So I run a bakery in Midtown Detroit. I offer cakes by the slice, French macaron, cookies, brownies. I offer gluten-free items, vegan items, gluten-free and vegan items. You know, it's coffees, lattes. So it's a place where you can sit down, come in, have a slice of cake, have a cup of coffee, come with your friends, come by yourself. So yeah.
So almost like the place on Friends where they just sort of sit around and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I actually have an orange couch in there that was custom made, inspired by Friends. So yeah.
Well, I can't wait to come and visit, and congratulations on being one of the Esteemed Women of Michigan. An honor with all these amazing women up there. It was really incredible being with these people.
Yeah, it was very inspiring. I mean, just hearing about all this stuff that they've done and that they're doing, it makes you realize that there's so much more to do in life. So I'm excited to be inspired, and it was an honor.
And I know you're young, and you're going to be out there doing a lot of great things. Thank you, Manal, for being with us, and I'm going to give you a hug. Congratulations.
So thank you.
And thank you all for being with us on this special edition of Off the Cuff, the Esteemed Women of Michigan Awards this evening, honoring the Gary Burnstein Clinic, which is an amazing clinic servicing the underserved with integrity, with love, and compassion. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.